What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe so that you guys are updated on hair loss and hair transplant topics, as well as updates on current hair loss treatments in the pipeline. Visit my website at HAIRLICIOUSLY.com to purchase a microneedling device, which is scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth, my low-level laser therapy cap, DHT blocking shampoo, conditioner, and serum, hair growth vitamins, and a few other products to help those who are losing hair. Today's video is sponsored by Motion Clinic in South Korea in Gangnam. This is the hair transplant clinic that I went back in 2016 and 2019 to get both of my procedures done by Dr. Bach. He is the head doctor at Motion Clinic. And for the first one, I got about 1,700 grafts into the frontal portion of the hairline to lower it down, followed by another 1,800 grafts to add more density and to also kind of lower and redesign the hairline. Both procedures were obviously done via FUE. And I also, if you guys can tell, rebuilt this part here, which is the triangular, the temporal triangle region. And this has really framed the face and given me that masculine look, as you guys can tell. Now, for those who've been following my channel for a few years now, you guys have already watched hundreds and hundreds of my videos, basically just featuring my new hairline. And honestly speaking, just hands down, I feel that this is one of the top hair transplant clinics that I would recommend to anyone who is interested in getting a procedure. Obviously, even if this weren't a promotional video, I think that the result itself is just really going to speak for itself. There are still days where I just wake up and I just feel so grateful to have a full head of hair again. And it's really an understatement to say that it boosted my self-confidence. I can style my hair in different ways that weren't possible before. I don't have to worry about, things like getting my hair wet or, having the windows down when I'm driving. It really has eliminated a lot of the problems that I was suffering when I was losing hair. So here's an up-close view so you guys can see of the density of my hairline. And, even after 3 years, you guys can still see some really quality hair transplant that I've gotten at a Motion Clinic. Just look at the incredible results, all the singles. You have the multi-grafts reinforced in the back. And I may be biased, but when I compare most of the hair transplant results that I see online on YouTube, I can say that mine is probably one of the best out there. So the good news now is that Motion Clinic is yet having another promotional sale going on for the month of October and October only. These promotions, personally speaking, don't really come across too often. And for those who are really considering in getting a hair transplant, this is probably one of the best times to be doing so. Not only is Motion Clinic offering a 25% promotion, but more importantly, the US dollar has been rising in value against other currencies in the foreign exchange market for the past few months now. And as you guys know, a strengthening US dollar means that it can buy more of a foreign currency than before. For this very reason, I feel that it's probably one of the best times to be getting a hair transplant abroad, not just Korea, but, places like Europe, Turkey, wherever. Just to kind of go over some numbers with you guys, there are two options when it comes to a hair transplant at Motion Clinic. You can either get the shaven method, which basically shaves all of your hair, or you can also opt for the non-shaven method. The non-shaven method is what I got for the second procedure, and it's beneficial when you're trying to disguise the fact that you've had a hair transplant because they're not going to be shaving the donor area. So in my case, when I had all the grafts that were implanted in the hairline, I just kind of grew the hairs up here for a few months so that I can just go ahead and cover it up. So at the time of this video, $1 US is equivalent to about 1391, which is the Korean currency, and it's actually expected to go over 1400. This means that each graft via the shaven method would cost under $4 USD. And with the 25% promotion, this is going to drop it down to $3. And on top of that, Motion Clinic is a licensed clinic by the Korean government. And because of that, it is considered to be tax-free, which means that you guys will also be getting a 10% back for the value-added tax at the airport when you guys depart. So all in all, you're basically paying less than $2.70 per graft, which is literally unheard of just for the quality of the hair transplant. And if you opt for the non-shaven method, you're still going to be paying under $3.80 USD, which is still an extremely competitive price. And like I said, US dollar is going to continue to appreciate against major currencies as the world central banks continue to combat rising inflation. So this really puts those who are, contemplating a hair transplant at a very good advantage, especially at a clinic that has, performed solely FUE for the past 20 years. They've worked extensively with various ethnic groups, not just Asians. Ultimately, the main goal of a hair transplant is for it to look natural. So they are going to place great emphasis in achieving this through the allocation of proper single and multi-grafts in the hairline and behind. They are going to give you guys adequate and maximum density and volume, as well as focusing on proper angle placement in the hairline for different areas. They also focus on separating grafts by hair thickness so that they can implant softer hairs on the temporal points and the hairline, whereas thicker grafts can be used to reinforce the density behind the hairline. The doctors and not the technicians are also going to be conducting the extractions and harvesting, as well as using a wide range of extraction tools and punch sizes. Doctors are also going to make the slits, and under the supervision of the doctor, you are going to have licensed nurses who are going to be placing the grafts into the recipient zones. And also, for those who were wondering, Dr. Bach, as well as other doctors at Motion Clinic, only conduct one hair transplant per day. And I am super confident that anyone who does go to Motion Clinic is going to end up with just incredible results. And I can guarantee you guys is that you guys will be incredibly impressed and satisfied with the craftsmanship of the doctors there at Motion. You also don't have to worry about the language barriers, because the manager there, Kim, he speaks fluent English, and he will get you squared away as far as accommodations and just basically everything that you guys need to know and do before arriving to South Korea. He will also take good care of you, and he's going to walk you through every step that you need to know in order to just really feel comfortable about getting a procedure in South Korea. And the cool thing is that he also himself got about 1,500 grafts via FUE into his hairline about 6 years ago, into his receding hairline, and you guys can see that he's had really good results. And the only thing that he's been taking is dutasteride for treatment. He's had just really good results. Because he also had a procedure, he's going to be able to relate and answer any questions that you guys may have. So with that said, if you guys are really interested in learning more about Motion Clinic and getting a hair transplant there and want to get a free online consultation, you guys can reach them via email at motionhairimplant@gmail.com. I'm going to have all of the information and contact stuff in the description box below. So once you send an email, he's going to ask you for some photos. They're going to go over things like how many grafts that you guys are going to need, what type of hairline placement that you want, and just walk you through the whole journey. You guys can also email me if you guys have any specific questions about my hair transplant journey. But I do hope that some of you guys can really take advantage of this incredible opportunity and get a spectacular hair transplant for a fraction of the cost. Anyway guys, that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your support. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the content. And I will be ending this video with a short clip by Kim at Motion Clinic, where he kind of highlights some of the benefits of getting an FUE procedure at Motion Clinic, and hopefully you guys will be getting a better idea of what to expect at one of the top-notch clinics South Korea has.
Hello viewers of Hairliciously, my name is Kim. I'm the manager of Motion Clinic. Motion Clinic has been conducting FUE and FUE only. This is going to be our 20th anniversary. We are the first FUE here in the Far East. We do have a lot of experiences with Caucasians, Africans, Espanols, Asians, the whole ethnic groups. Motion Clinic practices the highest standard of FUE. We basically follow the US standard. Now, doctors will conduct the anesthesia, the doctors will conduct the harvesting, and the doctors will conduct the incisions, which is actually the most important stage of the FUE procedure, which determines the survival rate, the angles, density, the whole stuff. And under the supervision of our doctors, our licensed nurses will be placing the grafts inside the incisions. Now, another strength, what we have here at Motion Clinic, is that we do not dice the grafts. Now, as you all may understand, a graft will contain a hair, 2 hairs, and 3 hairs. A graft which contains a single hair is called as single grafts. Multiple hair counts, multiple grafts. Now, if, for example, we estimate and we work through, for example, 1,000 grafts, we make 1,000 incisions and we harvest 1,000 grafts, there is no such thing of dicing here at Motion Clinic. We search for the single grafts and the needed 2s and 3s. There's so many things to do here in Seoul. Gangnam. We are located in the center of Gangnam. The food, the shopping, the entertainment, the places to go and see, so many things to do. So what you do, conduct your procedure here at Motion Clinic. And from the next day, you start to enjoy so. You could even travel to other cities such as Busan, such as Jeju Island. Everything is great, so much fun. Now, during your stay in Seoul, visit us every single day. We give you the free hair wash. Not only the wash, all the post-operational care will be conducted by our licensed nurses and our licensed doctors. Through the daily post-operational cares that we provide, we will make sure everything becomes stable, secured before you get on that plane back home. And I also got my hair transplant here at Motion Clinic 5 years back. I conducted 1,500 grafts on my hairline. Did you guys notice? If interested, send emails to HAIRLICIOUSLY or directly to Motion Clinic. I will make sure I reply to you guys and ladies as soon as possible. I'll be sending you the estimated number of grafts, a design, and also the total information in moving forward. Thank you for your time.